Hi,
Hello, and
we
welcome back.
to episode 4 of season 2 of Victim About Falls with your best friends.
Hi.
All right, so today we're going to get into, obviously we'll do a little bit of recap of sports because there's a little bit to talk about, but and then we're going to get into the bare minimums that we allow, that we accept, that is just enough to be able to like squeak by the starting line. Um, we're going to talk about differences in bare minimums in different generations. Um, so I think we're going to get into some good stuff. So just don't mind me. The allergies got me a little bit, but I am here, and that is what matters.
Yes. Take your medicine, people.
Yeah, seriously, take all the allergy medicine. Take
Just
all the fucking allergy medicine. Like whatever is on the
take it.
shelf. Take Zyrtec,
Take
take the Xyzal, take the Claritin, take the
You
Allegra.
know, wash your body when you go out and then come back home.
Mm-hmm.
Get that pollen off your skin.
Yep.
Clean your face.
Take a
Don't go to
shower.
bed in
Wash your
that.
face.
Don't do all that.
Wash your clothes.
Yeah.
If you're outside, I think that was my fault. I think it's because I like started eating lunch outside too because I like love just being outside. But is it a crime? Is it really a crime to want to just enjoy nature? Like, I don't like enjoying nature in the woods, but I like sitting at a park and eating my lunch. And why is pollen punishing me for it? That is so unfair.
It's the trees that
I'm
the state
sorry.
of Georgia like plant, and it's hot and dry,
That's true. Like
all the types.
we
And
had
then
rain for like 1 day in 3 weeks. So
and I don't even know what that was.
we barely had. I mean, it was like
Sprinkle
drizzle,
here, sprinkle there.
sprinkles. Yeah,
I'm gonna hush y'all mouth up for a little bit, but here you go.
yeah. So I guess the pollen wants me to sit inside at my desk and eat my lunch, which is so unfair. But whatever.
The pollen said no, we will not be outside. I heard you guys, and y'all
Yeah.
said y'all was gonna be outside this summer.
Uh-huh.
Think again.
But you know what? The pollen will not stop me.
It may stop me because I'm highly allergic.
I mean, it definitely like put a pause for me, that's for sure.
I'm gonna be very mindful, very demure.
This weekend I definitely took a pause on being outside, so it worked in a way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mindful about it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll be walking around sounding like Andre rather than Adrianne. So
yeah, yeah.
no,
I
I'm like that.
know. I kind of like the. Did you ever watch the episode of Friends where Phoebe gets sick and so she has like phlegm in her throat, and so she has like a huskier voice?
Oh, yeah, that'll probably be me.
Yeah.
Walking around here, hey y'all, how y'all doing?
No, but like a
Raspy.
sexy, like a raspy,
Mine
like,
sound
ooh,
like
hey,
it
you know.
won't be that. It would be like, oh, what's wrong with you? You all right? You sick? Is it the vid? No, it's not the vid.
No,
It's not the vid.
but that's how I felt. Is like I thought I got this like sweet, like sexy, like raspy voice, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, and then I have to like get back to go. It's been hard at work too because I'm like trying to talk to people and I can't, and I just keep looking at
So
my
what are you in for?
No, it's terrible because I'm working. I had a meeting the other day, and it was like a video call meeting, and it was with me and my assistant and the person on the other side of the computer, and it was so funny because he kept on being like, "So, doctor, da 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 da," and I would look at my assistant. He'd be like, "How many of these things have you done?" And my assistant would look at me, and I'd be like, and she'd be like, "She's done one," like, because I couldn't even.
Interpreted
One
and
day it was like so low
oh,
in the beginning of the day, but like by midday, like I'm
yeah,
okay. But like
early in the morning.
early morning,
Yeah,
you're kind of like croaky sounding.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, "So have you guys done a lot of these cases?" And she'd look at me and I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Yes, she says she has."
My representative is here to speak on my behalf.
And like even with patients, like I would just put my mask down and point
Oh,
just so she could understand.
that is sad. But I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing better. Not 100%, but I'm better. So that's all I can say.
Oh my gosh.
I
Well,
am. Apart from the pollen. Honestly, I kind of liked it because I felt like I was like this like badass in the boardroom where I was just like kind of like do this, do that, do this,
okay.
like being a boss bitch without having to say anything.
All right. Somebody had the princess treatment.
It's kind of nice, but I can't take it for granted. So
Sometimes
only too much. I have to buy them some cookies or something tomorrow. So.
You get them some crumble.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that as like a thanks for tolerating me. um, oh yeah. So anyway, so sports wise a little bit, what we can get into with the NBA finals, or sorry,
The playoffs.
playoffs. I
Mhm.
always say finals.
You just want the finals to happen.
I think I'm just waiting for the finals.
We got a whole nother month before that happens.
We have an entire like playoff to play before we.
Just the first round.
Oh,
So technically, most teams should be in their game 4, game 3,
hmm
game 4 era.
hmm
So,
hmm
yeah, I don't.
I'm really mad because Kevin Durant hurt his ankle and missed another game. So they're down like 3-0 now with the Rockets versus the Lakers. It has been cute to see the Lakers. Like I understand now what everyone's talking about, like seeing LeBron and Bronny, like assist each other and for the slam dunk and stuff like that. Like very cute stuff. And this is actually a really bad thought, but I'm saying it anyway. Um, you know how we always talk about like we can date the dad or the son?
Oh yeah, we're at that age.
Yeah, we're at that age.
I don't want to date none of y'all sons. If you're in your 20s,
I looked at that and I was like, oh my God, I legally, I actually am at that age where I could. But no, I don't.
Morally, no.
I don't date below 30.
Morally, no.
Um,
Not with these. Not with that age.
no, too young.
Oh.
But maybe 5 years could still be.
You can.
awesome.
I can't. I don't want to.
And then okay, so this is getting off on a tangent, but even last week I went somewhere and they were like, it looked like there was like a lot of like 18-year-olds there, like younger
Here we go.
people. And I looked at them and I was just like, I could be this person's mom. And my friend was like, no, you couldn't. And then we did the math and calculated. And I was like, no, I actually, it's possible. It's humanly possible that I could be that child's mother.
Yeah.
And
I got some friends that are grandmas.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
You
Like, I think it's funny because it's like back in the day, we would make the joke, like, oh my God, I could be your mom. You're so young. And now you
I literally can be somebody in their 20s, their mom.
Isn't that crazy?
And possibly a grandma.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm not trying to be nobody grandma. I don't look
no.
grandma-ish.
Hell no.
I don't even look like nobody mom.
Give me like another 40 years before I'm a grandma. Actually, it's going to be determined on me. So it probably will be another 40 years. Be a grandma.
I'm at that point where I'm like, it's either it's gonna happen or I'm okay with just being the fly auntie, and I'm more on the side of the fly auntie.
I was gonna say the way that my life is at the moment, the earliest I could like even physically possibly be a grandma would be like 70. Because I mean, you got a 20-year-old and then you got another 20-year-old.
At least depends on how soon they get it in.
Oh, hell.
You would want them not to be,
but that's
a
not
young
like
parent, but
earliest, right?
That's what you would want. That's not
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I was about to say.
I'm getting confused. I'm thinking great grandchild.
Okay. I was like, do you want to be a grandma?
I do not. I do not. But I would say that I would need my child to at least be like 25
Okay.
before.
So at least out of college.
But that still would be basically like 60. Like I'm not going to be the 40-year-old grandmother.
Normal, honestly.
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I would not
yeah.
be the 40, 50-year-old grandmother because
No.
it's not humanly possible.
Unless you in the next year or two. And then they do it at like be a teen parent.
Oh hell no. Mm.
But yeah,
But yeah, anyway, sorry, got distracted.
it's just I've had the well, I guess we might have talked about this, but I don't know. I'm gonna bring it back up if we did or not. I get the oh, you're that old, you don't look it, you don't act like somebody in that age range, and it really does irritate me because I'm like, are you trying to say I'm immature? Are you trying to say that I'm supposed to be more polished? Or am I supposed to just be a snooze fest? Because I know people that are older than me, they don't act their age. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to act like? Since I get this all the time. And it's always the younger people. Or it's people in my age range that is just shocked when I say that I am what I am. And those that don't that do know, you know my age. Those that don't know, yes.
I think it's also perception.
And I'm like, am I supposed to just I like to laugh. Although I'm serious when I need to be. But I like to be lighthearted. Maybe that's probably why I don't have wrinkles, because I smile all the time. I do have smile lines. But I just want to be in a more happier state because we're already in some fucked up times right now.
Right.
And I don't want to just be a snooze fest. And I just let me laugh.
I think it's like how we thought that like
older people supposed to be.
Yeah, like I think it's like when we thought that like a 60-year-old was like so old and boring and like didn't do anything and
the 60-year-olds now they outside.
They're so outside.
They out there.
They're the ones on the table sometimes that you're like, or like last week I went and got dinner with one of my friends and there's literally a table of like 3 old women, like definitely like 60s, 70s, all went to like grab dinner together or whatever. And then afterwards, I can't remember where we went, but we went somewhere after that and they were there too.
Exactly.
At like 9:00 at night. I'm like, wow.
Me and them, they're not me and them no more.
No. So I think it's kind of like that, where it's like we thought that like 60 was so old because we thought that like you go to grandma's house and she makes cookies and all she does is care about you and bake and.
But they looked the age.
Correct.
They just looked elderly.
Well, it's like now you have 13-year-olds who look 25. You have 30-year-olds who look 20. So it's just very hard to gauge and very hard to tell.
You have the 40 and up that look teens. Still look like high school.
And a lot of it is like spirit too.
It is. And then it's also lifestyle. So if you live a hard life, it's going to show. If you live an easy breezy, cool, calm, you're not going to see me sweat. You're not going to see anything that's bothering me on me. I'm going to just internalize it and deal with it on my own. Then it's not going to weigh on you. And then it's genetics too. It's like, can't help how you look because thanks to your parents.
And think that
Thanks, Mom.
That's the thing, right? Like think like technically you could have been married for like 15 years by now. Right? So like you could look completely different if maybe you were.
If you was with somebody and they just drowning in you and pulling your energy.
Last night, I went to dinner and there was this like wedding reception thing happening. And in like the back room, these kids looked so young. They looked like they had just gotten to their freshman orientation. Like they looked so young. And I couldn't believe it when I saw that they were like the bride and groom, because like literally
Oh.
the entire table of all of their friends just
Mm-hmm.
all looked 23 and below.
And they
Like
could
they just looked
be.
so young.
They are so equipped to want to get married
Mm-hmm.
and think like that is supposed to be the norm and all of that. And I am that person now where I am very, very grateful that I did not go off of what I put in my senior book in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That by 27, 28, I was going to be married with 3 kids, living my best life, having my career, which I'm still in my head thinking this 18-year-old, what was I thinking trying to see in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at what I wanted to go to school for and being able to have 3 kids by the time I was 28 and having the whole career.
That's what I'm
Married.
saying. It's like we just didn't know what we were talking about.
I was going to have to get started as soon as I graduated college.
Right. And I still wouldn't have made it. I was trying to get married at 24. Well, we passed that a long time ago.
I'm just grateful I did not follow that path because I would probably be struggling out here. Now, granted, I would have had to make sure that the person, yeah, the guys I was,
I think it's just that I thought that like people just went to college and found their husband. Like I just never I don't think I ever thought that like I would go to college and not find the person I was supposed to be with.
I had that in the back of my mind, but I also wanted to be able to have my career
Right.
because that was what my
Sure.
mom instilled in me.
Yeah.
You going off to school,
Right.
you get your career together, you might find your person, get married and all that. But one thing I will say that I'm very, very grateful for the parent that I had. Well, parents, because my dad never really mentioned it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna worry about him. But one thing that my mom did not stress to me was, oh my gosh, why are you not getting married? Why
Mm-hmm.
aren't you dating? Why aren't you doing this? And I think my circumstance was a little bit different because my mom ended up getting sick. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to shift from what I wanted to do or what I was looking for and be a grown up taking care of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was what my focus was. So I wasn't thinking I got to find somebody, got to date.
Yeah.
And then once I got to the point where I was comfortable enough to be able to date, them men, I wanted to call y'all something else. I probably did. You might have heard that word. Um, they weren't marriage material.
Yeah.
And now I think in retrospect, I wasn't marriage material neither.
Yeah, I think I thought like most people went to college and they would like meet their person. So then when I didn't, I was kind of like, okay, that's okay. Like I'm going to grad school.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, okay, I'll meet somebody in grad school. And then that didn't happen. So then I was like, okay, well, whatever. Like I'm going to move to a new city, starting a new job. I'm going to make new friends. I'll maybe meet someone because of one of their friends or a dating app in a new city. I don't know. And then that didn't happen either. So I think I just kind of was like, I just kept focusing on myself and like kind of having it in the back burner of like, oh, it's going to work out when it's going to work out. I don't need to rush anything. It's just going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then I didn't put any effort into making anything happen. And then I just became stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I was like, oh, you know what? Even though I don't like any of these people that I see, I guess I should maybe date one to see like what
What you don't
that I
want.
actually don't like about these
Yeah.
people, you know?
Yeah. I think I had the focus because I was like, I'm not going to be living in my hometown forever. So I'm going to move away and maybe find that person. And I moved here,
Mm-hmm.
been here for soon will be 10 years, which is actually way longer than what I had said.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, new city, even though I've known a lot of people here, a lot of the guys that I dated in college was from Atlanta. So I was like, I just don't want to run into you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought that it was going to happen on its own, and I did kind of do some dating here and there. Of course, I did online dating, and I'm gonna share a little a little secret that I've been holding on to. Not too many people knew that I did this, not, but probably nobody really knew that I actually put it into fruition. Now, if y'all know that I always talk about sponsorship, right? Look for sponsors, sugar daddy ish. Hi, my name is Adrianne, and I actually signed up for a sugar daddy website to be a sugar baby. That was short lived.
I have seen such websites.
I've met 3 guys on that site. One, now y'all probably like, dang, Adrian really was out here trying to. I was just trying to see if this was. Look now, times was hard at the time when I moved here. Okay, I was in grad school.
You're just trying to make some friends.
I was
have some nice pockets.
Literally full-time grad student and working part-time. So yeah,
I'm not judging. I understand it.
There's no judge zone, okay?
I understand
and I'm being very,
I considered it at point, but the men on there.
One guy, I would say, literally was like, this is how I want it to be. He was married and he literally was looking for somebody on the side. Now, see, here comes my conscience kicking in, like, Adrian, this is not you. You are not that person. You already know you do something wrong. Karma gonna come back and hit you in the ass way before you even walk out the door. So don't do this. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it, girl.
Yeah.
I had another guy that he wanted to date. However, he wanted to go back to this whole traditional lifestyle of the man does this. I want to come home to my bath being drawn, my food being cooked, my house being clean. And I'm like, so you're looking for a Stepford wife? You do know I'm not that. No.
Wait, so whoa. He wanted to date?
He wanted a relationship where he wanted to be in control, which I don't know why.
But then he would pay you to date you?
It was literally, yeah, in a sense, but eventually become a couple.
Right, okay.
And eventually get married.
Oh.
So I was like, is this an arrangement?
Interesting.
Of certain stuff? Because I'm not that person, and me and you on the same age. So once again, what is wrong with you and why are you on this site? And then come to find out he was just on all dating sites and he was just like wherever he can get a hit at.
Oh, I gotcha.
Whatever.
Thirsty. Okay.
And then the third one was just, I don't know what he was on there for, because number one, he didn't have the money. He didn't have the mindset. I think he was just like the second guy, but at least the second guy had his own business. He had money.
Mm-hmm.
He has some money. He has some money on. I was just like, yeah, this not gonna work for me. Y'all getting on my nerves. My head hurt. Y'all are irritating me, and I'm just gonna exit stage left because that's not it.
Interesting.
No, I can't be a sugar baby, and none of y'all. I mean, the second one and the first one probably would have been. I would have been financially a-okay. That third one, I would have been in debt.
I think I'm kind of like you in the sense of like, I'm always like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then I either do it or like right before I do it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it was like. Because I was like, I always saw girls talk about, yeah, I got this allowance and I made this and I don't have to work because this and all that. And then I'm like, okay, let me just try to see.
Right. Right.
I don't think I'm that bad looking, so I'm gonna try. The stuff that they have to do, the things that they have to agree to. First of all, my mouth. My mouth is very lethal. I'm not going to sit here and let you talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to demean me. I wasn't going to say nothing like, not in the sexual way. Get your head out the gutter.
I wasn't sure.
No.
Sugar daddies can ask for whatever the fuck they want.
Not
so
that. I'm not out here soliciting, okay? I'm not soliciting.
Boy, you're going.
We're not soliciting things. But the fact that you want me to act a certain way,
photos and stuff. I don't know. So like, I wasn't sure if they were like they wanted you to send them like a photo of you like kissing something or like you know what I mean? Like
no,
yeah, okay. That's why I was like, you never know with
No, this was more of command. The one thing I will say about the first guy, he was just like, whenever I want sexual relations, I'll hit you up, but I'll make sure you straight.
Mm-hmm.
So his was very concrete, boom, 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 boom. Here's your couple thousand. Just know, I'm here, but I'm also in New York. That's what his wife was. So he would be here during tax season. So hey,
yeah,
I didn't have to worry about too much.
Yeah,
it was just the thought process of this man has a wife and kids and do not want that to be interfered with. And I was just like, your wife know you doing this? And he was just like, no.
Oh no. Oh yeah. See, and that's even
like,
worse.
Like why? So that kind of intrigued me because I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that, but I just really want to know like why would you put yourself in that knowing that you don't want to lose your wife? You say you are in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you feel that you can't have being just a single man? Because obviously you are not faithful.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you actually love somebody? And when he started explaining it, it was, well, I'm in love with my wife. She has all of the things that I'm looking for. It's just sexual. I don't have to put any thought behind it. I'm not looking for a relationship or it to get to a point where it becomes serious. It was like, I just want to have fun. And yeah, it's transactional. And I was like, oh, okay. Whew.
So here's the other thing. Let's turn the tables here. If there was a woman on there and she was on there and she had a husband and kids, but then she was like, oh, I just want some transactional something. People would blow up her spot.
Oh,
people would totally blow up
how
her
dare
spot.
you do that to your man? Your man is good. You got a good man, and you out here just want to be bouncing and pouncing on other men's things.
It doesn't work in the reverse.
No.
Like she would get
And I was just like, what really just it just dawned on me because I was just like, there really are men that are out there that have that same mindset, and you won't know that they're actually doing this because you're putting your trust in them. So that kind of made me start to look at dating very, very, very differently.
Right.
And that's when I started being very, very intentional with what it was that I wanted because I was like, I'm not finna sit out here and just follow up what you saying you want and you not respecting me and giving me what it is that I want. So if we're gonna make this transactional, it's gonna be transactional on both sides.
Right.
So you can't tell me what I can't do, but you can go out here and do whatever it is you want to do. No.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I appreciate you being honest and open. And I was like, I'm just going to tell you the answer is going to be no. And he was like, I know. When you started asking those questions, he was like, I knew then. He was like, this is not meant for you.
Yeah.
So no harm, no foul.
Right.
Wasn't upset. The second one, I just knew when we went to the restaurant that he suggested, because I kept telling him I have a shellfish allergy. And you wanted to go to a place that primarily sells seafood. So I was like, okay. That right there tells me you're not.
And you said all these people were around your age?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The oldest one, the first one was maybe like a couple of years older than me, like around my brother's age, so about 4 or 5 years older than me.
Okay.
The second one, me and him I think I was a few months younger than him. The third one, he was like a year or two older, but he just...
Okay. I was curious.
I'm gonna just say this. I know you got a hat that says Jamaica, but I would never date another Jamaican. No. No. Your standards don't meet the physical.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
I understand.
That's my story time, y'all.
I understand.
Yay, I was on them sites.
I had
For
a
like
Jamaican man who
split second.
we're not gonna go deep into my story time, but I had someone who really made me like question my my life for a little bit. He actually made me a little bit depressed for a little while, which like doesn't happen very often. I'm usually a very upbeat person, but I think it was like my whole personality shifted because of like our exchange for probably like a good couple months. And I didn't realize I was so guarded and so like still like tight and caught up about it until I met somebody and was like kind of just like explaining everything to them of what happened. And then he was like, oh, like that makes sense. Like that should not happen to people or like, so got over it now. It's been a couple years, but still love the country. So I'll represent it all day. But,
yeah, but some of y'all that are from there.
Yeah, I learned a few things. I learned that like they take things differently.
They have that whole
Their thoughts of relationships sometimes are like
they are
different.
Yeah. Them and
like
some of these African men.
Yeah, like my thought intentionally to go into a relationship with someone is not to immediately want to have children. That is not my thought when I try to date somebody.
Yeah. Like, don't be trying to tell me how my uterus need to be from the very beginning. I just said hello to you in the coffee shop. You already out here planning what you gonna do to my uterus. And how many?
And how many? That's how many? No.
We're not even a match.
No.
The balloon? Can I pop it?
That's what I'm saying. I need to know your last name. I don't even know your last name yet. I don't have your name saved. I still don't have your name saved in my phone number with your last name because I don't know it. No.
But yet you out here saying what's going to come out after entering in my uterus.
And it's like you're a fortune teller. Like you predicted already, like it's going to be 2 girls.
Yeah. Huh? I want 3 kids. But honey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I want one in the possible, and the possible is an animal. So if we're gonna do what we doing, I'm gonna trade it like it's a spades hand. It ain't a 4 in the possible. It's not like I'm sitting here, we about to run to Boston on each other. No. I'm gonna give you 1 and a possible. That possible may be outweighing the 1. So we might have animals.
That is a different experience, I tell you. I've never had somebody just meet me and the next day be like, I love you. We're having 2 children. What?
I didn't even tell my parents. I didn't even tell my mama. You ain't met my brothers? Like, huh? I ain't never seen where you lived at. You ain't never been to my house. We just met.
Yeah. I've been that is really really weird.
I just feel that vibe with you. And you know, we syncing together. It's that. Your aura, my aura's not. No.
And then it's like the gift giving is a lot. And I think that's what they like.
It's the gaslighting.
Yeah. It's a lot of like gift giving and promises and ooh, it's too much. I am like such a like normal, total like American relationship type person that like I don't know about all that. I'm not even really like an Indian relationship type of person.
I just don't understand it. Don't come at me talking about some. I want you to be wife number 3. I'm not a concubine.
Or I want you to birth my second child. No.
I ain't have the first, and you
I'm not even ready to birth the first one. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sir, calm down, pipe down. You're a little too fast for me. I'm sorry. This is not the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, this is not like the chocolate factory. You just like pump them out one by one.
No.
This is not how this works.
This is not. You're not Willy Wonka.
No.
We're not Charlie.
No. Nor are any of us Oompa Loompas in this equation. So
we are not.
We're not having any either.
I'm not looking for the golden ticket.
No.
And no, sir.
No.
We're not. No. Not today.
No.
Sorry.
No.
But yeah. So
on that note, though, I think
on a tangent.
Yeah, we went on a huge tangent. But I think it is interesting because, like, now that I say that, I'm like, huh, I guess I'd even. We can talk about sports another day.
Yeah.
Because this kind of brings us into what we were talking about, where in a way, like, because I was saying the whole thing about like American relationship versus other people. But now that I think about it, I
What
wasn't going
is
to talk about it
American
before.
relationships? Because
I was going to say, now that I think about it, because I'm like trying to think if I was talking about like Indian relationship, what would I say? But like Indian relationships, I feel like you could say, A, I guess, yeah, you have the arranged marriage route. But like B, Indian relationships, oh, with Indian man. Basically, it's like it's like where they think. I think I'd say it's kind of like how we just talked about with an African man. How not all, of course. We need to have a disclaimer. Not all people are like this.
no, but some tribes.
But
I heard some tribes where they have multiple wives and they are expecting you to be okay with them having multiple wives because they can't keep their little man in one.
So in Indian history, the kings used to have multiple wives because they always wanted an heir. So like if they felt like, if they couldn't get one with the wife that they had, they'd have another one.
Yeah, I think
so they could have multiple. And I'm sure like in history back in the day in many countries, I think that was a normal thing where multiple men had multiple women. For that reason, we have since evolved, and now I think because even in Indian culture, it's pretty standardized that like you are not for Hinduism, I should say, you are not allowed to have more than like one spouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Technically here, it's only supposed to be one.
Right. There are some villages there though that still follow that same thing of like you're not giving me a child, so technically I could marry someone else.
Oh,
But and in some cultures, I think that could possibly exist as well.
I think it's still some, but I don't know how.
There are some. But when I'm talking about just straight up like Indian relationship with an Indian man, I will say, I think that like I've talked about this a lot. I think a lot of Indian men are so, um, because their moms baby them so much, they're either really, really boring and don't know how to treat a woman, or they become this like crazy alpha male that thinks that they have to do everything and make all the rules and make all the decisions. And the woman is just supposed to like beg at their feet and like and clean the dishes and breastfeed at the same time.
I think
like
that is a lot of men in general.
Yeah.
That they just feel like, I got this status and I want to live this whole life that I perceive for myself because I see other people having it and I want that as well. And it irritates me because it's like, are you worrying about what everybody else thinks? Are you really just wanting this because you really love this person, blah, blah, blah? And we've gotten to a point now where people get married just for status. People not doing it for the right reasons. They're not in love with the person.
Yeah.
They still have so many quote unquote options that they feel like they can keep going back to and doing and allowing. And then also sometimes when we allow these men to treat us a certain way, and because we're so scared to be alone and we're scared to start over, because we done been in something for years and we've allowed it to happen, and now you finally getting that realization, or you having your coming to Jesus moment, or you just having a midlife crisis, and your brain is now telling you that this is not what you want for the rest of your life. And now you got to sit and have that conversation with yourself because it's like, well, I created this monster. Now I got to either sit on the pot or get off of it.
Right.
So I think a lot of women are scared to just be alone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can't be alone if you're in a marriage that is not necessarily making you happy. So what would you be missing out of it other than having a body next to you?
And tax deductions.
That's it. And if your kids are already grown, they don't necessarily need to have both of you all there to have a relationship and all that stuff. So you can't blame it on the kids because they've already seen it. And I'm pretty sure they probably sitting there like, just one day. I just want you to be happy, mom.
Right.
Or dad, because
Right.
there are some women that can be just as bad as the men. So, that is just, I don't know. That's what kind of scares me, being as single as I am and being in my own. Once I actually do become married, I don't know what to expect.
It scares me when I see other married people in their conversations, because then I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
is that what I have to do?
I'm like, I know there's no blueprint, or there's no specific book to tell you how to be the perfect spouse. You're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, you're gonna have gray area and all that stuff in between. But it's just like, I don't I don't know. It's a scary feeling, but then it's also a thing of just like, I'm okay with having my own place and you having yours, which is a lot of women are doing that. And if that's the way for me to be happy and not feel like I'm going to get tired of you because we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, by all means, go ahead and get your own house.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, like, the standard of what we thought, like,
It's not
a home
what it
had to
cracked up to be.
be, or I know it's not like that anymore. I think you
Mm-mm.
can do it how you want it to be. You can have a 2 bathroom, 1 bedroom. You can have a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. You can see each other on the weekends. My mom, she has a friend who, they basically had their entire marriage, most of it, they've been long distance because they both just had jobs in different places. So they never really got to live in the same city that much, because they both were working, and one would just travel for work. So he would maybe come home on the weekend, every other weekend or so. And then, so I mean, you have to do what kind of works for you, I guess. But that is one thing I will say is, like, I don't know if I see myself being the married person who's like, honey, did you eat dinner? I hope you ate dinner. I hope you didn't starve, because I already ate.
You know, and and for me being as, and I don't want to start saying this word because I've been saying it for years and I want to get out of saying that I'm independent. But for me to be as self-sufficient, that is what I'm gonna start saying. I don't want someone to just think that their expectation, well, this comes back to communication and actually understanding what both of you all are bringing to the table. Um, and then be like, okay, if we're going to be serious, the expectations of what has been going on during our boyfriend and girlfriend era is going to probably still roll over to our marriage. So don't think as soon as my last name is changed or I get a ring on my finger, all of that stuff that we were doing prior to is going to change and I'm going to act a certain way. I've never been a wife. There's no blueprint in what a perfect wife is supposed to be. So don't expect that. I'm just going to be me because that is the person that you fell for. And I'm going to continue being me. Not saying that there's not a lot of things that I won't bend or try to change, because there might be some things about me, some flaws about me that I do need to work on. Granted, cool, I'm working on that. But to be expecting you to think that I'm going to just stop doing certain things and being that whole cooking every day, baby, how was you eating? What was you eating before? What was you doing? Now, if you one of those that can't cook, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't even come my way.
I was gonna say, you may want to stay at home. You may want to stay with your parents. We've
already talked about sharing roles and all that stuff. But to sit there, and I had a coworker of mine, a coworker friend, who was saying that, she spoiled her husband, and now spoiling him as far as always cooking, making sure he ate, fixing his plate, doing all those things.
Yeah.
And now that she's gotten to a point where she's like, I don't want to do that. I'm working. I'm stressed. When I come home, I don't want to do certain things. You've been at home all day and you sitting there looking at her, asking her, well, what's for dinner?
Right.
You didn't eat. What's wrong with you? We got food in there. There's leftovers. Go warm it up. Go in the microwave. Do something. Got an air fryer, oven, all that. Access. Free to use. And you sitting there like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's too much.
Like,
that's too much.
Yo, you mean to tell me your stomach and your back was talking all day? You didn't think to get up, go fix you something? Oh, he knows how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Oh, if he wants something, he'll ask my their daughter, do she mind fixing him something? And the daughter's like, no.
What?
You passed the kitchen to come to my room to ask me, am I going to fix you something to eat?
No, come on.
And food is in there.
Come on.
Oh, like that's just lazy. That's the stuff that's like, okay, granted, yeah, you've been spoiled, but also you got to make sure what happens if that wife is gone.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen then? You gonna go home? Your mom gonna be the one to take care of you? I'm not trying to mother you.
That's too much.
I can't be your mother. Will never be your mother. Can't do it. If I'm gonna be your mother, then that's nasty.
So speaking of, maybe we can get into our original topic.
Okay, because we went off. Sorry, y'all.
Maybe we can get back into that. So our original topic was bare minimums, and what we think we consider would be a bare minimum for a man to do. And I will say this: don't get mad at all you men that we're like blasting you every weekend, but we will eventually have a man on here to talk through these things with. These are just our thoughts. And then when we have maybe a man come on here, they can validate, they can argue, they can do whatever they want. But for right now, we're going to say what we think are our bare minimums for a man versus princess treatment.
And when we say princess treatment, just things that you just do outside the norm, or just nice things just because you really want to show your appreciation.
A generous offer
and generous gift
rather than the standard.
Right. Things that you really should be doing as a guy from our perspective versus things that, just out of the blue.
Right. So obviously holding the door, we've talked about it. Obviously, yes, that is bare minimum. If you ever shut a door in my face, I will slam the door back in your face and I will send it back so that you actually turn the other way and go home because I won't be seeing you.
Well, if you don't open the door for me or hold the door for me and we're on a date and you go through and the door hits me, I'm going home.
Correct.
That tells me right then and there, you don't want to go out with me. Totally fine. So
I had a guy open the car door for me a couple weeks ago.
That is so sweet.
That is really sweet.
Yes.
I don't think that that's bare minimum. I also don't think it's princess treatment, but I think it's okay, maybe slightly princess treatment. I think opening a car door is maybe princess treatment.
I mean, but that's being chivalrous.
It is.
And
I just don't think it's like an expectation. Like the way that we're like, oh, it's a bare minimum should be that he should open the door and allow a woman to walk in first. I don't think I expect a man to come out of his side, come to the other side of the car, open the door for me to get out.
I mean, you can just, even on the inside, just unlock it or however way you want to, or just go get up and just, you want to showcase your woman like, oh, he's holding the door for her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't necessarily think that that's a bare minimum. Like, I don't think, in my eyes, I don't expect a man to do that for me.
Now,
when they do, I love that.
You don't have to do it if we getting, at the car at home.
No.
Unless, circumstances come up, that I need to, sick or hurt or something like that, then yeah, open my door.
Okay.
That's
a question. How do you feel about a guy who puts his arm around you when someone's coming by? I'm not saying bare minimum. I'm a little coming away from the game, but how do you feel about that?
Like if a guy is walking,
like if I was like walking behind you and then like kind of almost got in your way, so then your man like held behind you to like protect you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's expected.
It's expected. That's just like when we're walking down the street and I for some reason move to the right side and you redirect me to the left side so that way you're on the outside and I'm on the inside.
Right.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. Because I had a friend who's like, oh, no one's ever done that for me before. I was like, really? That's kind of sad.
Guide
some better men then.
Guide me. Don't just throw me over there like that, dog.
Right.
Yeah. Just kind of shift or just swap over and do that. But yeah,
I think it's a very sweet gesture when someone does that, but I don't want it from someone I don't like.
yeah, don't just. It's still cool to push me to the side
because it's their way of being able to
protective.
touch you also, right?
Yeah,
So like,
form of
yes,
physical touch.
right. So that's why I'm like, I'm okay with you doing it as long as I like you enough to do it. If I don't really like you and then you're doing that, I'm kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, don't touch me.
Yeah. Okay. So we kind of had already had a little conversation about it, but um, is it bare minimum or princess treatment for a man to pamper you? Nails done, hair done, spa treatment.
Princess treatment.
Okay.
I think I've talked about this. Like I get my nails done regularly because even though science may not prove otherwise, I feel like it helps me better for my job.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my own nails done. I get facials done, not often, clearly. Or like massages, whatever. All of those things I think should be like a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Or like maybe if it's like Valentine's Day, you're like, oh, I bought you a massage. That's sweet.
Yeah.
But I don't, it's not an expectation. I'm never gonna bring a man to the nail salon because this happens, y'all. I have been to the nail salon where the woman brings her man to the nail salon just so he could sit there and pay.
Yeah.
It's not because he also got a pedicure. It's not because he got a manicure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because he needed to get his eyebrows waxed. Nope.
Mm-mm.
It was because she literally just wanted him to be there so he could pay.
Yeah. Or the ones that go get their nails done, get all this stuff added on a la carte, and then pick up the phone and just say, oh, well, my nails are actually like $200. I need you to send it. And all he's thinking is you just going there for like a basic set or fill in. He's not thinking like you want all the jewels and the chrome powder and the dip and all this other stuff. And you sit there like, well, I mean, I wanted it. And you expecting him to pay that. And he's like, no, I'll send you for what it was that you said. I'll send the money and everything else you got to pay. And you sitting there like, well, I don't have the money.
You remember? Okay, we had a coworker, Adrianne and I, had a coworker who told us that he would actually pay for his woman to get his feet done if she didn't because he didn't want her to have nasty ass feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm kind of like, okay, if you're with someone who doesn't do that regularly and that's not a priority for them, then and if you want that, then yeah, I think you should
Yeah,
pay for it.
if you're
That's the
sitting
only
there
exception
saying
I would say.
what it is that you want your woman to look like and present, then yeah, you take care of that.
Right.
That's just like with hair. And I know sometimes guys always talk about, oh well, we don't care about the weaves and the extensions and all of this stuff. We just want your natural hair. But then you see it, and then you just like, you ain't gonna get your hair done. I don't like that. Or you want it to be a certain way, and it's just like, okay, well, if that's not me, then I'm not going to pay for it. A lot of this stuff is expensive now, and if you're not investing in that, then cool. But if it bothers you for a woman to look a certain way, and that's all you're looking at is the aesthetic.
So I would even say the same thing about clothing. Like a guy buying me clothing is definitely not bare minimum. I would say that's 1,000% princess treatment.
Oh yeah.
I should be able to buy my own clothes, otherwise I shouldn't have them. But if you want to pay for something because you want to, out of the kindness of your heart, or you want to see me in it, then that's fine. But I swear to God, if you buy me lingerie, you will not see me in it. So you should probably just put it back. I'm in my 30s. I like to be comfortable when I go to bed. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you only wearing it for a short period of time. So don't be expecting me to go to sleep in it because I don't want nothing riding my ass. I need to be free.
Yeah, or like scratching you.
It's uncomfortable. So unless we gonna be getting into some type of horizontal polka, I'm not wearing lingerie tonight or ever. I'm gonna wear a
It's a waste
t-shirt.
of money.
I gotta be comfortable, and I got to be. That is my time to decompress.
Right.
I am not trying to sit up there.
And like women don't buy men lingerie.
I ain't gonna buy you no silk boxes, cause you won't take them off.
I did buy a guy boxers one time, but they weren't like that special. But they just had like these really cute pugs on them, and like I love pugs, so I thought they were really cute. So I bought them, and they had a really good scent on them. So that was the only time, and it was like Christmas or something. So it was like
Wait, the boxes had a scent. You sniffing drawers?
new ones. Like it was in the store.
Oh, okay.
As I said, I bought new ones.
I was about to say like you got scented boxes.
No, like it was the store where like
I don't know about that.
so like okay, I can reveal the store now. It's been long enough. But I went to Abercrombie. I mean, I was like a young person.
yeah,
And you know, they have like the Abercrombie smell.
Yeah, I thought
And they
you
spray
meant,
it on all their clothes. So
I thought you meant like you bought them and they have a scratch and sniff.
oh god.
I was about to say, what the hell? What the fuck is that? You smelling pugs? They don't smell good.
No.
Okay. Now, granted, you know, if I'm in the store and I know you need, you know, 3-pack of drawers, then yeah, I'll buy that for you. But
Right.
to sit there and be like, I'm gonna buy my man these little silk boxes because I like how it makes it.
But
No,
they don't have anything for them. Like if you think
it
about
be sexy
it,
in
like
that.
they don't have any like other than like some weird like strap stuff, I guess for like some S&M things. They don't really have anything for guys really other than
No,
just like
no, we're not doing BDSM.
but I think it's because also like women are like we don't really
I don't
need
care.
any of
Cause you gonna
like
most of the time I just want you to if you gonna be naked, just be naked.
yeah, I was gonna say just don't wear your shirt. I just don't really understand the point here. But
Yeah, that
same with lingerie. I'm like, wouldn't you just want your woman to be naked instead
it's
of
just
wear
like
the
an
lingerie?
illusion, I
Like,
guess.
it's not like you're gonna take a photo of it or anything. So like, what is the
They
point?
got fetishes.
I don't get it. If you, I will not be having a lingerie shower because I just, if anything, I'll have an underwear shower because I'll be like,
But I mean,
I need some underwear.
there's a little negligee, a little, you know, a little thong action, you know, something. I don't know.
I
You could be sitting in the
I'm just
house.
too practical of a person to be like, this is necessary.
I might get him a little enticed, you know.
But why should it? Is my thing. He should be enticed enough by looking at me every day, and however I look, he shouldn't need lingerie for that. That's all I'm
I
saying.
think it's a mental thing with guys.
It is,
So
but then I
sometimes
don't want those.
something to get them in that mindset, and maybe you walking in a you know a maxi dress with your cheeks clapping. They
Like
sitting
that,
there
I
watching
get.
the game, and then they just so happen to follow.
Yeah, like I understand like clothes and stuff, but like lingerie, I just think is pointless because it's like you're about to just get into bed anyway.
I mean,
But
you might not just get
teach their
into
own.
bed; you might be getting in bed.
Yeah, there's also other ways.
You might need to entice him to get something that's on your princess privilege list. You know, like you know what? I need you to go wash my car. Take my car to
I
go.
guess.
And you just want to do something.
I guess I just don't want to pay like.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I just don't want to pay $200 for me
I don't think
till
you
I
gotta
wear
do all
this
that.
thing to make him go wash my car when I could just go get my car washed for maybe like $15. Too practical for all of it.
You gotta
I'm too
spice it
practical
up.
for romance, I think.
You gotta spice it up.
I'm just so beyond the whole romance thing. I think
I've worn stuff, so I see both sides, but
I mean I have, but like I've yeah, I guess I
need
just
to be like, you know, I'm gonna walk around here with my ass yeah, just because
I just grew out of it.
Yeah, so it all depends.
Yeah. Okay, so what else would we say is bare minimum versus princess treatment?
Paying for the first date.
Yes, agreed. Bare minimum always. After second, third, fourth, I'm okay to split depending on what it is, but I definitely think first date bare minimum he should pay.
Fancy restaurant, bare minimum or princess treatment?
It
like
depends.
expensive, like to begin with, it starts
Oh,
at?
first date. So I would say this. I think first date, regardless, he should pay. So he's kind of dumb if he's going to pick a fancy restaurant for the first date. But after that, if he picks a fancy restaurant, I would be open to like, if he pays, I'll pay the tip,
Okay.
or something like that.
So if that's all that he wants to do, and you're just like, I'm okay with going to, this chain restaurant. Is that princess treatment or is that bare minimum?
mm, I think continuously going to fancy restaurants would be princess treatment. But I also like fancy restaurants, so like I'm kind of cool with it if I need to pay my portion of the fancy restaurant.
Okay. So let's see.
That's what I would say.
Date night or at home date night? Bare minimum or minimum? Or princess treatment?
I will say this. A first date should never occur at someone's home. That's just one thing I need to put out there. Um, but I don't know. I think I'm okay with an at-home date. I really am. But I think it needs to be after like I would prefer it to be after like date 4 or date
Okay.
3, just because I feel like the first few days you're still getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to go in with the intention of already going into someone's space, and you don't want to accidentally cross the lines of staying over.
Okay.
But then I also like outside dates too. I think it's fine to do both. But I think the difference is too is I think a lot of people think like at home dates means that like you're only doing it to save money. But I think you can also have dates outside that don't necessarily have to be a lot of money.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I think guys need to start fucking thinking out of the box and understanding what that means. We don't need to go eat at the nice restaurant all the time. You can, I've always said this, like, you can always like go to the park for a picnic. Maybe not right now because my allergies will start getting me coughing on you. But, you can go do that. They did like the symphony and the orchestra last week at the park. You can like walk like in the park. You can go to an adventure place. I don't know, but there's like things to do that I don't, because I after a while like just going and getting dinner and drinks every week can
It can
also
be
be
boring.
boring.
Yeah.
So like I think thinking out of the box a little bit of like a bowling date or like
Just something that's not normally
interactive.
what you guys do, but you still have that level of intimacy, yet you don't have to spend so much money. Because sometimes going to restaurants, it's loud.
Yeah.
They have music in there at times where you just may want to just talk and
Yep.
interact with each other, and having to hear somebody else, or you so confined because there's so many tables and people are walking by, you can't even really cut your food and you really can't really have that intimacy time. So
I will say my
yeah.
hot take is that I do think you should have at least one dinner date a month.
Okay.
um,
Does it require you to have to be dressed up, or could it be casual?
I think it should be something where you like go out for a nice dinner every month. That's just my opinion. Only because you can do a lot of fun things in between, but you also want that one time to just connect with each other at that one dinner. And for me, I would say by doing that, that might be a slight princess treatment, but I
So you would expect him to pay for it every time you go out when
I
you do
think
that?
I think if it's like a one nice dinner date per month, then yes, that would be on him. But I'm open to spending on everything else.
I think there's times where you can do that, but the woman can take the bill, just so that he doesn't feel like this is all that you are doing. Like, we got to get into the fact of treating our men too, because they do deserve affection and feeling like they are wanted versus feeling as if they're just, there for security. And when I say that for men, it's more so financial.
Mm.
Um,
Well, I
that they
think
don't feel like they're being taken in consideration and that they're taken advantage of. So
sure.
I feel like if we do something like that, we go out, you can plan 1 month, the next month I can plan it. And that way it just goes back and forth. And it, although the expectation may not be every other month I'm gonna do this or something, but if we do decide to do something, I would want my man to know that I can take care of that.
Sure.
So
I think for me, it's like because I'm usually the one who plans all the other ones, that I'm like, I want you to do one by yourself.
I mean, I
And
think
that's kind of that's where
communicate.
that's coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah. If you could communicate it and just say like, I don't want to be the one to always feel like I have to come up with ideas because there's things that you may want to do.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
I just like having the one date every month anniversary where you just have a nice dinner. That's just one thing I think I would like. But I would want him to plan something so that I can see that effort. Because if I'm like, if I need to plan 75% of our lives, I want you to plan 25 at least. Because let's be honest. I think I'm gonna get, or I want 50-50, but I'm probably not getting it with my type of personality.
Okay.
So.
You gotta let go of that type A.
Yeah. Which is so funny. I used to be type B for so long, but like
now that you're self-sufficient.
I think now that I'm self-sufficient, I'm type A. Because I literally was type B for so long in my life that
yeah. Let's see. Flowers or gifts on dates, bare minimum or princess treatment?
I think princess treatment, especially if he's the one paying for the date. I think if he's already paying for the date, then he doesn't also need to buy you gifts and flowers.
Yeah, and I'm not a flower
all
girl,
these other
so
things.
you don't have to give me flowers. That they're gonna die. I'm sorry, I can't use that word. They're gonna unalive.
Yeah, I don't need that. But
it's a good gesture to say like, you thought about me and you got something that would be appreciated a lot more. Like you found out what my favorite stuffed animal was, or we could be going on a walk date,
right.
and you thought about, well, I'll buy your favorite hot drink, even though I don't drink coffee. I'm not into all of that matcha lattes and all that stuff. And like, oh, I bought you a hot chocolate so we can just cruise together and do just certain little things, the littlest meaningful thing. That's I don't feel that is princess treatment. I think that's bare minimum. And the only way to go the other way too.
The only thing I will say is if he does not do that on my birthday, no, I will say on a birthday, that is bare minimum. If he can't get you a gift and flowers and plan something, that is bare minimum.
Yeah, especially if this is your person. Now, if y'all just casually dating,
situationships,
I don't think your situationship should be getting you. The expectation should not be, oh, I know he needs to plan my birthday and we need
hell
something
no.
big.
He doesn't need to plan my birthday party, but sorry guys.
Now, if y'all are serious,
but he doesn't need to get me something. I think I need more than a hey, happy birthday text on
a chat GPT
paragraph. Yeah. Or what you doing? It's your birthday?
Oh, you should go out with your friends.
Oh, happy belated.
Oh, I didn't know you was for real.
Oh. How old you is now?
You old. You getting up there.
Yeah. See, if I get those, I'm gonna be pissed. But I do think that a situationship should be nice enough to get you something. It doesn't have to be anything big, but something. Even if you got them like a freaking e-card, I think.
A little gift for $5. I can go to Wendy's and get me a $4
meal. Send me a Venmo.
Go get you something to eat really quick.
Right. Go get yourself a drink on me.
Go get your nails done.
Right. I think that's a nice gesture.
Done. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's another thing that is something that we would either expect or a privilege? Let's see.
I think driving sometimes becomes a contention.
Who drives?
Yeah.
Should the man drive all the time, or is that bare minimum or princess treatment?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like when a guy wants to drive everywhere, just because it's exhausting to drive all the time. So it's really funny bringing this back to real life. A couple weeks ago, I went out with my friend and somebody, and he was like, "Oh, like we should go here next," and I was like, "But but you have to park to go there. I was like, but parking's $20 and it's like a small parking lot. And like, what if there's not parking and I've never parked there before and I don't want to get. And he just looked at me and he was like, okay, fine, I'll drive. And and he drove like me and my friend. So like all of us went. And I just loved that because I was like, thank you, because now I don't have to worry about my car. I don't have to worry about driving. I don't have to worry about paying the parking. I don't have to worry about any of this. So I'm going to have a much better time because I'm not worried. Whereas if I am sitting there being like, oh my God, I got to get here safely. I have to make sure my car's okay. Do I have $20 for the thing? Like, I'm so worried it's going to get scratched or like, if I'm sitting there worried, I'm not having a good time.
So let's see another one.
But I don't mind driving. Just I don't like driving when it's like places that I'm unsure of.
Okay. Yeah. So does it matter whose car it is? Rather than the person who's driving.
I will say this. I used to let people drive my old cars, but now I love my car. My car is my baby. There have been less than 5 people who have driven my car in the almost 10 years I've had it. So I would really have to trust you to let you drive my car.
Okay. Pumping gas. Bare minimum, princess treatment.
Princess treatment.
You think that y'all are out and y'all are driving your car and you need gas, you want to pump your own gas and he's in the car with you?
Oh yeah, I would do it. If it's my car, I pump my own gas. I've always done it. If it's my car and we're out, I pump my own gas. But if he offers, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can. Okay. Actually, it's funny you bring that up because I was running out of gas last week, and I was driving home with someone, or no, sorry, I was driving to this place, and the person in the car was like, I was like, oh, it's kind of getting late, but I only have have enough mileage to get home, and they were like, oh, well, I can help you. I can fill up your gas for you. And I just felt really weird because, like I said, I've always filled up my own gas, and I'm like, if I'm capable and it's my car, then I will happily pay the gas fees. So I don't know. I've never had a man like offer to pay for my gas tank before. So I've never thought of it like that, I guess.
I've had a guy that we drove separate cars and I needed to go get gas and it just so happened to be at night.
Yeah.
And he rode with me to the gas station. And as I was getting ready to get out and pump my gas, he ended up paying and pumping it for me. He was just like, no, you just wait. I got this. So I kind of say I'm on the fence of both of them. I feel like it's bare minimum and it's a princess treatment. But I think it's more bare minimum. Especially if it's at night. I feel that you need to go out there and pump the gas. I shouldn't be out there pumping the gas and you just chilling in the car. Yeah. For safety reasons, that's bare minimum.
That I understand. I think for me, I'm just like, I just fill up my gas during the day.
Or at least if I come out and I'm pumping, you come out the car.
Yeah.
Like, just make sure that the scene is safe or something. Like, don't just be sitting there chilling and phone.
I understand. I think it would be nice for a guy. So I think for me, why I keep saying it this way is because I'm like, oh, it'd be nice because I still on an expectation still. It's nice for them to get out of the car to pump the gas for me, but it's an expectation if it's in an unsafe area.
Yeah. Or at least I go pay for it, you pump, or vice versa.
Yeah.
It could be one or the other. Like, okay, I'll go pay, and if you want to start pumping, cool, then I come back out, take it. I just don't just sit in the car acting like whenever she decided to come back.
Right. Yeah. Do you think texting daily is a bare minimum? Or I don't want to say princess treatment, but
the norm? No. Only because I'm getting now to a point where I'm like, I don't want to have a conversation every day. Like, I'm cool with and I know some women probably, nah, he got to text me every day. I'm okay with a couple of days down the road.
I'm getting there.
And I don't think that I feel like
I'm getting
people
like
are
that.
using the term ghosting way too much now. So anytime somebody is not doing something, it's, oh girl, he ghosting you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, people are busy. And I guess for my experience with my experience, I'm gonna just say that. Um, it was because we were on different time zones.
Yeah.
So I'm used to, I might text you my time in the morning time. I might get a text which is his time in the afternoon or evening. So it all just depends on how busy the person is. Now, if it's just casual conversation, hey, how are you? What are you doing? I kind of feel like that's boring.
Yeah. I think I will say I've learned that like I shouldn't have expectations for people because just because I put them on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So like I am okay now if as long as I know someone's textuation habits, then I understand that they're still texting me when they have time, but it's not a necessary thing, then that's okay.
I literally just got that hate text.
See? We manifest things here.
It's out the blue because I've gotten to a
That's
point
fine.
where
Okay, so here's the last thing I'll talk about. We talked about generationally. So yesterday I went out somewhere and I was talking to this girl and we were talking about something and I was like, yeah, like I guess I still try to hang out and do stuff. Like I'm a little bit older. And she was like, how old are you? And I said I was 30. And she looked at me and she went, oh, wow. As if like,
girl, you old and crepitous.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, look, I'm not a dinosaur over here, but
I just think there's
um
just this disparity with the people that was born in the 1900s and the people that was born in the 2000s. They just feel like, because even my goddaughter, who is 14,
mhm.
whenever she talks to her mom or me, she's like, you was born in the 1900s. I'm like, first of all, I was born towards the end
Correct.
of the 1900s.
It's not like we're like George Washington's age.
When they were still doing slavery and segregation,
We were not here when they formed the Bill of Rights.
and they had outhouses versus bathrooms and toilets.
No.
We was not that old.
We weren't even here when they had like the segregated bathrooms. Like we still weren't here yet. So no.
Don't just think like, oh my God, you are old because you was born in. I see like the little mini clips of how a lot of these professional teams like the NFL will talk about, well, what year were you born, or they'll bring back certain things of that year and they gotta guess what it is, and they sitting there like, oh no, what is it? Oh, I heard about it. Ooh, they still made this.
Yeah. And I think that's what shapes us differently is because we had all these things to occupy our time when we were young because we didn't have iPads. We didn't have
We barely had we had
we had
computers.
computers.
But a lot of the stuff, I mean, we didn't have really the internet to be
We didn't have Wi-Fi.
mainstream until like the late 90s.
We didn't have unlimited texting.
No, we had to wait until either 7 p.m. if you was on the same phone carrier,
or
or
you
9 when my minutes was free.
or you only had 200 texts a month. That's what I had.
Right. Because I was on the budget. And
it was my parents' budget.
Right. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I ain't got that many texts.
Right.
So you need to call me after 9 o'clock because,
right.
I'm on singular. And since we ain't singular, you got Nextel.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever else, T-Mobile, you need to call me after 9 p.m.
Right.
And by 10 o'clock, I was already in the bed because I was asleep because I had class in the morning.
Yeah. So I think it was just like a very different
It was
time. And
it
I
gave
think
us space. It gave us the opportunity to do so much other stuff. Like we were interacting with people like, oh, hey, meet me outside. We're gonna go chill, do something,
Mm-hmm.
not just FaceTiming each other. And if you had the Nextel phone, you was chirping people.
And we actually had to go out to the movies. You couldn't just like watch Netflix together. So you had to like actually go to movies.
Unless you had the bootlegger who was
Yeah, unless you
Give
got
you a
like
DVD.
the torrented DVDs or something.
And you be like, hey, I got the new
Unless you like download it on LimeWire or something.
I got the new movie. Come over and let's chill for a little bit. And that was Netflix and chill. Our Netflix and chill was I got this movie that, you know,
the torrented version. Mm-hmm.
You know, you might have seen somebody stand up and move across, or you might have heard shh. Dang, man.
Right.
Get the or you might have had the real good bootlegger who was just, I mean, it was better. The quality was just like you was sitting in the theater. Like, damn, you got some skills.
I did, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or you had to like wait to watch a movie. You had to go to Blockbuster and you had to wait like 3 months after the movie came out to actually go see it.
Or it came on, you know, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and all that stuff because you
didn't have it. You didn't pay for it.
You didn't want to buy the DVD because you didn't have a DVD player.
So as much as Gen X says that we don't have patience, they have more patience because they had less stuff. But I think we also have patience because we also have less stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why Gen Z and the alphas and the betas and the delta, omega, chromicrons, they all had even less patience.
Because everything is so instantaneous. Everything is right at your beck. Like, you don't have to do anything. You can just search it and boom, it's right there.
Yeah. And I think that is the difference. And I think that's the difference in how we live our lives too. Mm-hmm. Like, I am more willing to wait in a line if I have to. Sometimes I don't mind going to the bank because I'm like, there's no one here. So it'll be faster than me waiting in this ATM line. But, you know, then you have other people who are like, oh, I already direct deposited my check online. So I think it's just like, it's just the way that you lead your life differently. Like, I think we're willing to wait a little bit more for certain things. And I guess this is a great metaphor. We're willing to wait longer for things in our life that mean the most and matter the most. Whereas maybe
things that don't matter, you just get it done and go on about your business. And I also feel like that's why dating has become so cliche now, because
that's what I was gonna say, yeah.
It is so readily available. Mm-hmm. People aren't trying to get to know you. Hell, I mean, you got people sleeping together on the first date. So you pretty much have ruined the entire experience because you allow your physical to intertwine in the whole aspect of, I gotta go fast because I gotta grab this person, because if I don't, then somebody else will. Mm-hmm. And
there isn't really a date anymore.
It's kind of just like, I mean, it's literally pull up. You get the, hey, come on over, let's chill. Sorry, I just met you at the Whole Foods.
Or it's like you're hanging out and it's like, oh, it's kind of late. You want to just stay over? Like,
you know, I got a bed, barely. That is air mattress.
So I think that's what it is. I think it's a great point. I think that's why these apps were invented. It was like you needed someone now. It just doesn't work that way. Mm-mm. And I think that's also the reason why our generation, I think that's why we have a lot of people who can handle the singleness and handle the independent life. And then you have those that are so dependent that they can't do it because, well, A, they're a little bit younger, and B, I think they just maybe are not attuned to like those things that maybe we had to deal with. I guess.
And I also think that because relationships have become, it's no longer the norm now, mm-hmm. that a lot of the younger adults don't necessarily see successful relationships. Mm-hmm. Or if they do, they only see a facade of what's online. And then they don't get the understanding that it comes with time, effort, and patience, and really just, you're gonna have good days, bad days. They so quick to be like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna go on to somebody else, instead of doing the work.
Right.
Because everything has been so fast. Right. I mean, even with schoolwork, I mean, it's just the level of people just learning things was, I'm like, some of y'all, I don't even know how you came out of elementary school. Mm-hmm. Cause your common sense, just things, survival skills, it's just so non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
And just dating itself, I don't even know, are we even really dating correctly?
Yeah.
Because I hear even young people, I'm dating with intention. How? You don't even know what intention is.
Right.
So
it's all gotten like muddled now.
Mhm.
We don't really know anymore.
we so quick to compare ourselves with celebrities and people posting things on TikTok and Instagram and
And it's like,
Patreon
oh, if
and all
he
that
liked my
stuff.
post, does that mean we're dating?
Yeah.
If he
Oh, he
liked,
likes me.
that means, oh, yeah. And so it's just like not really like people just aren't talking to each other anymore to be like, hey, do you like me? Are we dating? Are we not dating?
Because the first
What is
thing you
this?
ask me in meeting me is, what's my Instagram page? My Instagram is not really popping like that for you to feel like that's the only way that you're gonna learn who I am. It's the pretentiousness of, okay, well, she only got 1,000 friends versus this person got 20,000 friends or 30,000 or how many they got a blue check. If it's about popularity, leave me alone.
Right.
Just let me be.
Right.
Let me be my self-sufficient ass by myself.
And that mentality only comes after 30 plus. So if you haven't gotten there yet, you have a lot of great things to look forward to. That's all I can say.
You realize what you will tolerate, what you will not tolerate, and you have a brighter and better understanding of how life is because you're now experiencing it on a totally different level. 20s is just you still coming out of that teen phase. You just now getting independence of being on your own, or if you still live with your parents, you starting to do things for yourself. And even still, I mean, are you really, you're an adult by age, but mentality wise, I'm not saying all. There's an exception, but 85% of y'all, no.
Right.
Mm-mm. I mean, I've seen some 30-year-olds still 40, 50, 60, still. I wonder. I wonder about you. So, but yeah, we've been yapping. Good. I like this.
I know. I'm like, what did we talk about for so long? But I feel like I had a great time actually. I don't remember what we talked about, but I had a great time.
We just went on this whole thing of Adrianne had a sugar daddy, but she didn't. She tried and she failed.
See, this is what I like though. I love when we just show up and we're like, have this whole plan. And then we just show up and then we talk about something else for an hour.
I was like, never planning on talking about that. I didn't put myself out there for the world to know.
But you know, the world wanted to know. We wanted to know this information. Not specifically about you, but like people ask questions about sugar daddy websites. So now we know the insider.
I only went to one. I didn't do a whole lot of
not like all.
I'm not an expert.
No.
By no means.
No.
I have not
But we got a little insider.
I have not received one financial payment, an arrangement.
Correct. This podcast is not sponsored by anybody.
I've not done that. Trust me, every piece of money that I have received has been employment,
correct,
or my mama, because I was getting an allowance from her. I did not get an allowance from any other person.
Correct.
Other than my mom. Everything else that I received, whether it was a gift from family, I had it myself, okay, in employment. So don't come for me in the comments talking about some. So what you did, huh? You did it? How was it? How much money did you get? I ain't get shit. Because I didn't even sign up for it, okay? I couldn't go through with it. My conscience came through, and no. So that's not my thing. But I do want to say, if anybody want to sponsor us, you can. Just don't expect nothing from me.
No.
Just a thank you.
No. Well, on that note, we're about to head out to something really fun. We're going to an Afrobeats outdoor music festival party. So we got to get on out of here.
Yeah. We need to make sure we get there.
We're about to be late. So we're going to get out of here. So keep an eye out. Hopefully we're going to put up a post or something about it. And so you guys can see It's always a good time. This will be our third or fourth time going. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so we will see you on next time. Bitch About Balls on our next episode. In the meantime, have a wonderful week.
And stay away from that sugar.
And pollen.
Bye.
Bye.